Now, this chill in the air really makes me want to bring my exercise routine in from the cold. And here to help us with that is medical exercise specialist Chris Smith. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Thanks, Lori.
Now, I know everybody isn't like me, and some people really enjoy working out in the cold. So what are some recommendations you have for staying safe in the winter?
For staying safe in the winter, I'd recommend trying to work out in the daylight hours if possible, and layering clothing. You can always take something off if you get a little too hot, but gloves, hats, scarves, anything to protect you from the elements.
What about hydration? We know it's important in the summer. What about the winter?
Hydration is just as important. Just because the weather change doesn't mean your body necessarily it changes any at all, so we're going to hydrate just as we would in the summer.
Okay, and as I said, I'm going to stay inside this winter, so what can I do to stay fit?
Well, if you're going to move it indoors, we brought a few things today that we can do. We have this exercise ball. We had to add a little bit of difficulty to our normal sit-ups, push-ups, things like that.
Okay.
So you're going to go ahead and sit on here.
All right.
Okay, and kind of rock back here a little bit. Okay, we're going to get a good base. Right now we're going to do the normal sit-up. Okay. Now if we come up, not pulling on the neck, but just coming up with it.
Well, this is a lot harder.
Yeah. So it's going to force a little more on the abdominal and make you stabilize.
Okay.
Okay. Our normal dumbbell press we can do.
So I just do what I would normally do.
Just as you normally would, but it's just making you focus a little more on stabilizing your abdominals.
And this is just a little 2-pound weight, but
yeah, they range anywhere from 2 to 10 pounds based on what you need. You can get them at most department stores.
And is this equipment to build your own home gym? Is this expensive?
It's fairly inexpensive, actually. Depending on how much you want to get, you can usually build one for $30 to $50.
Okay. What about you know, if you like to bike? Obviously, that's a little more difficult in the winter.
Right. If you belong to a gym or somewhere where you have access to a bike, that'd be a great way of you know, cardio. But you know, most people don't always have that. But 30 minutes a day, just like you would normally do, and other options: running, jogging, walking, all, you know, anything to get your cardiorespiratory.
Okay, so important for that, not only the toning as you showed me on the ball, but the cardio as well.
Correct, just as important.
What if you really like to walk? Okay, that does pose a problem in the wintertime.
Right. Ideally, you'd want to do it outside, but if you can't because of the winter elements or anything, if you belong to a gym, most of them have walking tracks. But if not, malls are usually a good place. They're well lit. You know, they may be a little trafficy sometimes, but not as early in the morning or late in the evenings. But they also give you a good little idea for seeing things in the windows for shopping.
And that is the perfect tip. There's my motivation to exercise. Thanks so much, Chris.